I came to copyright law actually in a way unrelated to music. When I went to law school, I actually didn't even take copyright law. But my first job out of law school was working for a law firm as an associate, and I worked in the litigation department, and we represented the manufacturer of Pac-Man video games, and we sued video arcade owners who had counterfeit Pac-Man games in their video arcades. So it was actually a very rough assignment. I was sent to Hawaii for a month to sue video arcade owners that had counterfeit Pac-Man games in their video arcades. And at the time, actually, it was kind of at the cutting edge of copyright, because we had to establish that there was copyright protection both in the underlying computer software for the games, but also in the audio-visual work that the user saw on the screen, even though the user had some control over how the work actually appeared. So we sort of, that series of litigation actually established the precedent that that was a protectable work. Well, I moved to Israel, and I practiced law in Israel for many years. And in Israel, I represented Israel's first cable television company, and represented them in a number of both telecommunications and copyright matters. And I also participated as a consultant on a commission to revise Israel's copyright law, which at that time, and still is actually, the British copyright law of 1911. And became very, very, very interested in copyright. At the time, this is 20 years ago, copyright was still a relatively quiet backwater. And when I decided to go into academics, into teaching, copyright was my primary field of interest. And it's really been just since I started teaching it that copyright has just exploded in terms of its reach, and now touches everyone's lives, at least to some extent. Of course, particularly musicians, but whom it's always touched. But consumers, because it's digital technology, it makes it possible for anyone with access to the internet to be both a voracious consumer of copyright protection, but also a creator, to be able to manipulate works and change them, and very, very cheaply and inexpensively create and distribute works.